about we come back to my desktop, but yeah, here we are at my desktop again. As you notice, there are a lot of new things added to said desktop, and I'm gonna do this while I'm actually doing this. There we go. Yeah, a few things I did add to my desktop. One being that there's gonna be a new game that I will be trying to do. Well, actually, I will be doing when I get back, mostly for the month of October, and for the most part, from October to probably the end of the month. I don't know why I have this, but anyway, not even using these. But anyway, a few things you want to notice is yes, I do have Super Robot Tyson W and Final Fantasy Adventure, aka Legend, and I also have another a lot of stuff you've seen. For the most part, yeah, I have DS emulator. So therefore, with with a good DS emulator, I will most likely be doing DS LPs. That means we're opening up a fresh can of now. I know as it's supposed to be an update of sorts. Yeah, it is an update of sorts. And the thing is, it's only two. It's I'm counting down. It's like T minus 2 days and counting until I leave for my vacation. Why am I making so many updates? I don't know. I keep saying it's the last, but it's not the last. It's the second to the last. But previously, yes, according to my LPs, I have been doing Sonic 3. And to the new subs who recently joined, welcome. I know I didn't say thanks for subbing, but I've been very busy as far as everything else is concerned. Brings me to another point. Well, I am going to be busy for say from now till October. Well, from the time I'm going to be on my vacation to the time I actually come back, which is about 5, say 6 weeks. I'm just going to go with that. So with that, I'm just going to update you on a few good people that I know you should check out. Off the top of my list, I want to say to one of my fellow LPers, well, to many of my fellow LPers out there. For one, Upstart DJ, welcome back, man. Really, welcome back. Because you sure been missed, and for God's sakes, it's about time you got back on the LP circuit. I've been so busy with everything else, man. You don't know. But anyway, yeah, I've been kind of busy with everything else. So it's kind of like, oh, well, how come you haven't been doing anything? How come I haven't been doing anything? Oh, it's simple because I just don't want to. No, actually, I'm taking a break from Sonic 3. I hate you, Sonic 3. The next part, yeah, you see that 149 subs. God damn. Anyway, yeah. Oh, I'd say is, yeah, about that, Sonic 3, I'm about to break you. When I actually come back, probably sometime tonight, I will come back to it and pretty much break the goddamn game. Because breaking games is what I do best. Now, I think I mentioned this before, but as soon as I come back, I'm going to do some test running of some new software. Most likely the stuff I have next to me, namely my PlayStation 2 and my Wii. But for now, it's my PlayStation 2. My PlayStation, I still have my PlayStation 1 games, so they can be so easily salvageable. It's so easily salvageable, and you just don't know. For the most part, yeah, I'm not really doing that much. As far as what's been going on, uh, I've been most likely getting myself ready to lead, deciding on what I'm going to be wearing, and how the hell should I actually go about doing this thing. From what I've been seeing, though, I've been getting some pretty good views. Now, for certain games like Sonic 3, I may and may not finish this before my break. I mean, if I do, it'll be the last game I actually do. As far as my other games planned for the upcoming month, or actually the incoming month for the rest of the month of September, I will most likely play catch up with them in more than likely October. As for my 5 year special, I haven't really thought much about what I'm going to do for that 5 month special. Like I said in my last updated video, I plan to probably go and carry it over for next month because I know how I am, and you know how I am. Well, the only thing I plan to do is I'll probably think of something. Don't know how, but I know I'll probably think of something. I have no guess. You know who I am. For those who actually have a Twitter account, mine is basically, well, Pookie Izzy 7. I go by my pen name there, so therefore, should anything actually happen, most likely it will. If you have anything to ask me there, or, any questions, drop me a line through my Twitter account or my Facebook account. Doesn't matter. Like I said, it's on my channel. They're both under the same name of Pookie Izzy 7. One happens to have my real name, and one happens to have my pen name. For any kind of question you may want to answer, or you want to drop me a tweet or so, yeah, a Twitter or twit or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. I don't care. You may do so at your own pleasurement. Yes, because really, Why not? You're going to excuse me if I sound a bit such and such. I've been very tired as of late. I don't know why it is. Maybe it's just I may be just I just may be tired. Because when you're as tired as I am, you definitely just want to say, "Yeah, I don't want to play. No, I don't feel like playing blackjack. If I wanted to play, excuse me. If I wanted to play blackjack, I would have done so. I think I want to play some fishdom. Anyway, point is, while actually playing this game, I can actually focus on talking and everything else. Or rather not. I don't know. It's a whole lot of things that are really ghosts and goblins. Honestly, now. Not funny game. You know how I don't like that. Makaimura. Bullshit. Anyway. Hopefully at this point, as soon as I'm actually done with my vacation, I'm fully rested with everything. No, I do not want no tutorial. Yes. Yes. I know how it is. I know I know my jewel quest, damn it. Yeah. Anyway, don't you just hate it when certain games just become idiots with certain tutorials? I don't like tutorials. I mean, really, that's what instruction manuals are for. But then again, who the hell reads instruction manuals these days? Well, my plans are as follows. I plan on going to have myself a decent time, resting up, having fun, but for the most part, give myself a break. For the most part, many people that I've actually spoken to really want me to enjoy myself. You know what? For the most part, I technically agree with that. Because really, I deserve a break. I mean, I work hard. Regardless of how I'm actually, regardless of what the hell I'm doing, you know, I work hard. I'm not just saying, LP wise, yeah. I work hard LP wise, but I mean, aside from what I do on here, it is tough work being a writer, I can tell you that right now. And it's kind of tiring because you're just trying to take in every kind of bit of information you can. And it's certainly not easy, especially when all you just want to hear is, you know what, you did a good job. This is probably the best book I've ever seen you write so far. Or something to that extent. Now about my book, for those who are wondering about that book, there's a link on my channel that shows you where my book is. Click the link where it says website. It'll lead you right to where my book is being held. Now my book goes for 15 bucks. If you actually want a hard, or actually not hard, but a paperback copy of it, you can purchase it for 15 bucks. Now I don't know about seeing it physically, like you seeing it at a bookstore. I'll be working that during my break. That being the main purpose of my break. I mean, mainly that's what I'm going for while I'm on break anyway. The fact that as I'm doing so, going on my break and everything else, I plan to actually just do the following. I just plan to get somewhere with my book, you know. More to it than that. You know, if you guys want to buy my book, please feel free to. It's also an e-book format, so therefore the e-book goes for 10 bucks. So therefore, you can either buy the physical copy of the book or an e-version of the book. But in any case, from what most people have told me about my book, it is a good book. And I've worked hard on it and it shows. So like I said, you are not obligated to buy the book. I'm only advertising it. So therefore, you know, word of mouth. So why not the author of said book tell you to go buy his book? Because personally, I would like to hear what you guys think. I I mean, really, I want to hear what you guys think. So actually, I'm going to actually even do something a little bit better. When I'm actually done with the stage, I'll actually just tell you, I'll actually show you the site itself. But for the most part, while this is going on, let me switch over to my channel. I'm just simply taking a break from it. Now, what I'm showing you here is basically the website. I'm going to show you the website in which the book is being held. This, of course, is my book, and yeah, this book is actually on sale for 15 bucks. And it's a paperback, of course, and one to two pages. Now, you can either buy this for 15 bucks, or you can buy the ebook, which is $10. So either way, it's not it's definitely not a bad thing. It's rather a good thing because really, it's going to be tweeted. So therefore, bam. It's going to Twitter. So therefore, bam. Like I said, you guys can follow me on Twitter or on Facebook because I'm there on both accounts. But yes, this is my book right here. Like I say, it has 7 stars. The Star of Great Virtue. This is my first book. And I don't think you can actually see it, but yeah, my name's here. And my pen name is inside the book, so therefore, I'm only going by my pen name, which is Ichigo Musko. And yes, it is a science, fantasy, and fiction book, so therefore, you cannot go wrong with a book like that. This is my first book, so therefore, I'm looking forward to actually making the sequel. I mean, I already have the sequel. I just want to get it on and out of the way. But for the most part, yeah. If you want to go to this place right here, I'm actually contracted to this company. So therefore, for like I said, 15 bucks, you can buy this, or 10 bucks, and you can buy this and just read it off your hard drive on your computer. It really doesn't matter because either way, you're reading something that I made, and it is the heart and soul of me outside of video games because this is what I actually do when I'm not doing video games. So I'm actually going back to my PI7 channel, and therefore, with that done, I simply had to show you why I need to show you that. And as you can see, 149 subs. I'm doing very well for myself. Very well considering that I'm not doing anything. But anyway, back to this game. Yeah, this is what I do in my meantime. I actually play games like this, but oh, I don't have enough money. Oh well. Ah, crud, forgot. Yeah, no, for a game like this, which is so simple, so easy, and it's not even October yet. There's a few things I just don't understand. It's like every time it never fails when you go to the store. Don't you find it weird that for some reason, whenever there's a certain holiday coming up, they're always like 2 months ahead of schedule? I never did quite understand why they did that. I mean, I can understand, you know, you want to be on top of it, but man, really? I mean, really? Is that stupidly obvious that you had to go through all this? And then some? But then again, you know, going to something like the store, or you know, something like that, it just doesn't make sense. I mean, I go to the store sometimes, and I kind of notice weird stuff like that sometimes, you know. Yeah, I say it's weird because you go to the store on a normal basis, you don't really want to deal with certain little instances like, oh, there's a new sale going on, and you want to be part of that sale, but you don't really want to spend that much money. Totally understandable, right? To me, it's totally understandable. Well, I'm not really doing much. I'm just letting it do the work for me, so there you go. Most of the work for this game has been done for me. And just because I'm just, you know, rather bored. Or maybe I'm not bored. But then again, you know, I stayed before. For the most part, I'm just mainly just doing something just to be doing something, and a little update of everything that I've been doing so far outside of LP. Plus, how many times have you not enjoyed me playing PC games? One of the main things I plan to do while I'm off is looking to game more PC games. Just because, you know. I mean, for the most part, yeah. As close as it's reaching for me to leave California for a while. I'm just gonna say, I've enjoyed actually LPing for the last year. From 2010 to 2011 to rather this year. And I had to say, just meeting certain people. And on this list, I had, and on this list, I had to say that these people have been the coolest I've ever met on YouTube by far. And their names, which I am going to mention because they also showcase video games as well as, you know, do random LPs of them. They deserve as much support as I deserve that much support. So, these people I'm talking about are, of course, on the top of my list, Upstart DJ. I mean, the man has done some great LPs. He's done Pokemon, he's done Mario Kart, he's done No More Heroes. And really, you know, he's also done a Little King story. So therefore, go by his channel. You know, check his stuff out because he does some interesting LPs. They're very in depth, very detailed. And by all means, they're that good. They're that good. Also on my list, I have to mention this because, well, why not? G-Wo! Now, even though I had to apologize right here on the spot. G-Wo, I am sorry. I've been so busy. I have not checked your Let's Plays of Zelda and I forgot what else, whatever the hell else you're doing. Oh yeah, Mega Man EXE Battle or Battle Network. I forgot you were still doing that too. So my apologies, man. You know, by the time I actually come back from vacation, I will pretty much check out your LPs because damn it, you're doing good. I mean, you're doing real good. The only question is, when you gonna come back to Terra Enigma, man? That's all I'm gonna ask. When you coming back to Terra Enigma? Man, don't let me have to reach over there. You know I will. Anyway, yes, I said it. Yeah, I said it. I'm gonna reach over there. Go swizzle stick. Swizzle stick. Yeah, that's right. I said swizzle stick. Get a swizzle stick and make sure you finish that LP. But I understand that, you know, there are certain LPs you know, you tend to really get tired of doing. And you just need a break from it. Trust me. I have an LP of Fantasy Star and the Millennium that I was supposed to be doing, but I got tired of it. So I'll probably, those are one of those LPs that I will eventually come back to. Because I've beaten that game like countless numbers of times. Just like Final Fantasy. And I do mean 7. I mean, when you beat a certain game for an umpteenth number of times, do you honestly just want to play it over again? I mean, hell, as soon as I get Dazzle going, I'll probably do something PlayStation 1-ish. Namely, something like The Legend of Dragoon, or, you know, Final Fantasy 8, or 8 or 9, because I have those two as well. I'm not doing no 7 run. I'm sorry, but, you know, that game's overrated, so. Far too overrated because of Sephiroth and his one-winged angel that nobody seems to give a rat's ass about. Much like Michael Jackson, but, you know. I ain't saying no names. But yeah. Oh, and just so you know, the next part of Sonic 3, whenever that will be aware because I will start ranting on that one subject. So therefore, don't drop me no hate mail. Just get over it because it's just a video game. And speaking of video games, now I mentioned I have a few ideas I will plan to do as soon as I get the proper equipment for my Dazzle. Yeah, I have Dazzle too. Oh yeah, and by the way, if anybody has anything about Dazzle that I should know about, please let me know. Because I would like to know beforehand if my setup is right or anything else. So really, you know. Guys, one LP here to the next, let me know. Hook me up, please. Because I have it hooked up to my computer. Haven't done a damn thing to it yet. But I'm willing to know what am I supposed to be doing. So yeah. Anyway, I think I've spoken enough because really. And you want an earthfish? Really? What do you people want from me? You and your Scooby-Doo music, really. Anything. But anyway, with something like this, I am going to call it quits for now. And like I said, I may work on it later. I may or may not work on Sonic 3. But if I do, it'll probably be sometime later tonight. Or rather this morning because it's almost midnight here. So another thing is I'll probably do that. And hopefully, if I feel like finishing it, I will. Sonic and Knuckles, or rather Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and Sonic and Knuckles, I'll put on hold until I come back. Another thing I'm going to be putting off on is Toku games and my LP special for 5 years. That's going to be held off until October. So if I should do anything, it's just going to be a rush job and just, fire it on out. But anyway, yeah. I think I said enough for this one time that I need to say it. But to that extent, yeah. And all this, and I forgot and I forgot to talk about my shoutouts. Dang. Who else? Who else? Oh yeah, Vise the Determined. It's very rare that people actually show, you know, games that never got that much love. Showcasing them, you know, those that never really got that much popularity and whatnot, they do their job and they do it rather well. So Vise Determined, yeah, check his channel out because really, I say they do a good job in finding the obscure of the obscure in the obscure world. So therefore, hey, why not? My man, High Retro Gaming Lord. He's out there on the front line, making sure that we nerds otaku, gamers, and everything of the like in between. Make sure that we get that same respect that every other person desires. He's out there somewhere in the fabrics of Germany, making sure that his kind, just like our kind, doesn't get left out in the digital dust. And as he's playing old games, trying to fend off the dinosaurs and the trolls and all them other little widgets out there, he does a good job in doing it. For he's only armed with a bullwhip and an Apple IIc computer. Or the games he actually plays are Apple IIcs. I'm not knocking it, man. I'm really not knocking it. I mean, I grew up with Texas Instruments, for God's sakes. So definitely, whenever I watch a Apple IIc game, it brings me back to when I had myself a Texas Instruments. Because at home, before I had Nintendo, I had Texas Instruments, and at school, we worked on Apple IIcs. So there you go. I have the fondest respect for the so-called Jurassic Age of computer gaming before there was video. Also, I had to mention this, but if you're a fan of wrestling videos, then check out Sheena Marie Bach's game videos. She does simming matches of wrestling, creative wrestlers rather. She does a fine job of doing these creative wrestlers, and for the most part they're female. For the most part they are female, like 100% of them. 100% of the time it's female, so therefore it's hot girl on girl action. If that's what you're into, especially if it's a video game, go check out her website, or rather her channel, because you know, wrestling, no matter what you might say, it needs some love, and the people who actually, you know, watch it, or you know, they do something like that, they desire some love as well. So, you know, don't leave anybody out. Of course, there are some other people that you probably know already, like you already know Corn Shack. Man does some damn good work. I mean, for God's sakes, he did 4.5 hours of ease for the Dawn of Ease. Or rather, Dawn of Ease, not Dawn of Ease. I probably will try to do Ease in the near future. Most likely the Nintendo versions, because I don't have a TurboGrafx 16. The Nintendo and Super Nintendo versions. And I also have the PS2 version, namely the Ark of Nepotism, I think. I think that's what it's called, the Ark of Nepotism. I haven't finished that, but one day I will. Of course, Franco-Matic, he's still doing some awkward games that we have done ourselves. Namely, he's doing Panic, and I swear that game is too funny. There are words that can describe what we did, and we kind of regret doing it. But then again, you know, we did a random co-op episode of Panic, so therefore, go check that out. I'm telling you right now, go check out the random co-op episodes of Panic, because We did some crazy shit there. Really. Just between the two of us, we did some crazy shit. And you know, it was also April Fool's Day. So therefore, you have to check out what in the world we just unleashed, because it's probably the funniest episode we ever did so far. I mean, there are certain playlists you gotta check out. On my channel, you have to check that out. You have to check out Panic, because why not? It's crazy. Otherwise, I don't know who else is on my channel that I should be talking about. Let's see. I've already spoken about Corn Shack. I don't know what Valis is doing. He's probably working on something. He's always working on something. Let's see. I've already spoken about Frankmatic. Oh yeah, Rain of Hearts. Wherever you is, heart. Don't be a stranger to us, man. I know you got tons and tons of stuff to do. I know you're a go-getter and all, but you know, don't be a stranger to the world of YouTube. Really. I've already spoken about GWO, because really, why not? I've already spoken about Upstart DJ. Like I said, go check him out if you have not. Yes, Big Fatty Plus. Really, the guy is a walking bundle of pow, piff, and poofery. Something like that. Really, he's a good LPer as well. He's currently doing American McGee's Alice, and his partner, Mr. Magma WK, he's doing Bully. And like I said, he is, I mean, both of them, they're a bunch of biff, pang, pow, and poofery. The Batman and Robin of the LP world, I like to call them. Don't ask which one is which. I think y'all both know. I think you both guys know how you is. Let me see. Runs for British. He's currently doing Star Ocean, The Last Hope International. I've seen it. It's pretty good. Also doing other things outside that, but you know, he does some good stuff. Let's see. Saraxor? That man stays busy. If you want shooters, if you want to hear about good shooters, then, you know, that's where you should go. That music is somewhat getting on my nerves. Give me a second here. Okay, I think I've gotten myself a little bit more peppier music than what I was listening to. I was talking about, who was I talking about? Oh, yeah. I was mentioning Saraxor. If I didn't mention him, I am sorry, but yes. Saraxor is the only man you would want to check out for certain sort of games, namely shooters. Top-down, side view, 3D, new age, old age, back in the day, arcade, whatever you like to call it, he's there. And he's willing to give you 10 minutes of nothing but awesomeness. Yeah, this is Shoutout season. Rome Mithril. You don't know who Rome Mithril is? Then my God, you don't know. You talking about perfect runs, you talking about outtakes. He does them all. And he doesn't feel ashamed to be doing it. So like I said, Rome Mithril, if you want something done right, he's pretty much a pro at certain games. He did a Metroid run. He did Silent Hill. I want to really take on the task of doing Onimusha. Only time will tell, and don't be mad, okay? Don't be mad. I'm sorry if it skips, but you know, sound test just kind of like, yeah. It's kind of like that. I think I mentioned, yeah, I mentioned Sheena's page. Nick, school filmer, he's a friend of mine, and he has a taste for the weirdness. The classic, but still good in terms of weird. He wants me to do Gekisha Boy, which I have on my list. And even talking about, you know, we talk every so often, like on Skype, like almost every day or so. It's crazy, man. That's all I have to say. It's crazy. I mentioned Visor Determined and Hi Retro Game Lord. Yeah. I haven't seen any other. I haven't seen any other. Any. I haven't seen anything new since. But yes, that's pretty much it. I can't really think of anything else at the moment because, really, you know, really, I can't really say much except that. See, he's on now. Really can't tell you. I really can't tell you. You know, there's so many things that I plan to do, but there's so many things that I'm going to do. But in any case, I think I said everything else. I had to do shoutouts. I did everything else. So, like I said, good people out there, when you subscribe to me, you subscribe to probably the craziest batch of friends I actually have on the internet. But they're cool people. They're good people. They're down to earth. And I keep in contact with a lot of them every so often whenever I get the chance to talk to them. Or whenever I get the chance to hear from them. But in any case, I think I've spoken enough because I can't even tell you how much fun I'm going to have on my vacation. And I don't want you thinking, oh, well, you never say anything about the new people. Well, I just did. So on that note, with Angel Island playing in the background, yeah, I'm done here. So this, of course, once again is Ichigo Musco. The gamer among underrated gamers. And yes, the only guy who dare have the balls to actually put cheats on his games because I can. Because I know what I'm doing. So, hey, you don't like it, that's tough. I play games my own way, I have my own rules, so I ain't got much to say. And I'm sorry if the music is a bit choppy and jumpy. It's what's going on right now. I got this going on and recording, and I think that's about it. I don't have anything else. But until then, I will see you next time. Whenever the hell that is. So, with that, this will probably be, if not my last broadcast, it'll be the second to last of my broadcasts. So, stay tuned for more Let's Plays in the not so near future. I've been Ichigo Musco, and I am out.